What's up, everybody? Welcome to your PixelPlay Sidequest, your bonus content here on YouTube. My name is Adam, aka CS Radical, and joined as always, my friend Jin. Oh, not here. Right, forgot he was on vacation. Alright, so we got Kaylan, aka No, they're not here either. Shit, what do? I don't know what I'm here for. What am I doing? Sidequest, right? Alright, well, I guess we're making it up on the fly. Hey! So we're going to be doing another top 5. This time I'm going to do something that is actually near and dear to me. I figured now that, Chris isn't around, Kaylan usually isn't here early enough when we do record the Sidequest, usually every week. So it gave me the chance of I haven't done a top 5 of something that only I have played, where I can put my expertise into it. And by expertise, I mean I've played a couple of those games. Guilty Gear. I love that franchise. And I suck at fighting games, but I love that franchise, and I wanted to talk about a lot of things about this. I may end up coming back to this at some point down the road for things like character designs, and God, if we talk about music, Jesus, I could spend like an hour talking about the music in the Guilty Gear franchise. Good Lord. We're going to do iconic moves. That was going to be last week's, and then knowing that Chris was going to be on vacation, I'm like, well, I'll save the iconic moves for then when I can finally throw in Guilty Gear. So here we are. This should be a shorter video than usual. I know our top 5s usually are somewhere in the 20 range in terms of minutes. It should be shorter considering that there isn't a whole other set of top 5 to talk about. And there is no rules that we normally run. Because normally when Chris and I are doing them together, we put them up against each other. There's a point system. I'm not making up a whole other top 5 to fight each other for it. It's just this is my actual top 5. And because of that, we're going to go bottom up now. We're not going to start from number 1 and work our way back. So, these are just moves for whatever reason, whether it's something that is just I love seeing every time, if it's really iconic in terms of it's a move that a lot of people use in, actual tournament play. I'm going to be honest with you, since I suck at fighting games, a lot of it's just going to be personal to me. So, keep that in mind. This isn't me saying this is the 5 most powerful moves in the game. This is just ones that, to me, are my favorite to watch for many different reasons and whatever else. So I will turn it over to my trusty Photoshop overlay as per usual and start right off at number 5, which is the big man, Potemkin, with the Potemkin Buster, a.k.a. the torture rack from space. If you are a wrestling fan, you know exactly what that is referring to. Why did you zoom in? I did not ask you to zoom in. Thank you, Photoshop. Essentially, you put him in the torture rack pose, aka you got him on your back, almost like you're getting ready to backdrop him like you're Bane to Batman, and you go pretty high in the air and then come back down, and yeah, the guy's on fire now. Yeah, looks cool to me. It's a badass move for so many reasons. I mean, one, you're friggin' dropping him from space. You're taking him all the way up into space. You're floating and just wham. But also, it's kind of a wrestling move. I'm kind of biased in that. I'm sorry. I love pro wrestling. Shout out to Lex Luger. So, that is one of the ones that I would put at the top here. I'm even going to be cool, and I'm going to throw some footage of all this stuff, so that way y'all, if you've never played the series, can see what you're walking into here. So hey, here's some trusty footage of everybody getting the business. Everyone gets one. May, it's your turn. You get the Buster. I'm trying to think who's next here. Oh, no, it's just May. May's getting a second round. Sorry, you're going again. Bye. But yeah, just launches really high up to the gods. Bam. Just fucking cool. I love that move. Still a favorite of mine. Looks good both in the new games and in the old. It's just one of those moves that has always worked really, really well. So there is that. Speaking of moves that also apply to the good old days and still look good now, this one is not nearly as, as, it's not like over the top or anything. It's just cool fucking name, great reference, because by the way, a lot of Guilty Gear references, a lot of hard rock and metal music, and just, it's from arguably my favorite character in the entire franchise since I started playing it in Guilty Gear XX, and that's Kai Kisk's Ride the Lightning, which, again, Metallica. That's kind of cool, man. It's kind of cool. But yeah, it's one of those ones that like I've always gravitated towards. The name has a big bias on that. Kai's always though been a character that I've kind of really liked a lot, like him and Soul, kind of in the same way that people have played Mortal Kombat and kind of look at Scorpion, Sub-Zero. They're ones that have just always worked for me. So like I can constantly say that it's one of those moves that just sticks with me every time. And it's one of those that, like, whether it's, as I'm just going to go pull up the footage now, every time that I watch how it's kind of evolved, too, it's, it's changed from being, this, very kind, I shouldn't say basic, right? I shouldn't say basic. But definitely a case of, it's just slowly gotten more than just being like, because originally, like in the old time, it was just this, almost like circular kind of electrical thing. And then as it's kind of gotten older, it's turned into a bit more of a shield, like as you can see now. And that also is included in the image that I was putting in the top 5 graphic. It kind of has a bit of a change that it's gone through. And I kind of like it better for that now because it looks way sleeker. You see more of Kai when he does the move too. And it makes more sense of what it's doing. It's not just this energy shield around them so much as it's something that's pushing into the character that you're taking this out with. And it's just kind of evolved from there. I really have loved what it's kind of done over time. So that's one that's not for necessarily a cool factor. This one definitely just falls into the I remember this vibe, That's where it's really come from. So that's where I kind of fall in with that. Next up, we have I'm going to probably butcher this, but it's the first of when meme, like funny stuff really starts to go. Although I will say that the core move of this character is still part of the reason why it's made the list. Because Venom is another character that since XX I've really loved. And I love the idea of him that he fights with a pool cue and balls, and he can just place balls, to hit you with, throughout the match. And I assume it wasn't an old one. I think it's something that was more recently done, but it's called the Triumbaka. And it's one where he turns the character itself that he's facing into a pool ball. And this is the best image I could find of it, because apparently the angles are not great. So forgive the stretchiness of this. But that's going to be what I'm using in this case, because apparently there just are not really good versions of this image. But, like, he turns into a fucking pool ball and then can just whack you. It's good. I love it. How can I not hate that? It's just one of those moves that, again, number 2 will kind of show you just how much that also means. But it's just one of those things where it's kind of funny that is just, it's a move that, yeah, it is still useful and you can still do some decent damage with it, but also it's kind of funny, especially some of them in particular. Some of the faces are pretty good, like Anji with his glasses being over the place. Io looks like really fucking pissed off about it. Like, all that kind of shit's cool. I love that. It's meme stuff like that is always going to get my attention, and any shot I can to see something silly of it, I'm down. I love that stuff. It's something that I've always enjoyed with Guilty Gear, that it knows when to have some fun with it. And this, in XRD and Strive, they really started to go a little bit more into that. And number 2 will make this very obvious. Those of you that have played Strive have probably a good feeling of which thing I'm about to bring out after this. But yeah, it's one of those moves that, like many others, I just can't help but not love it just for the silliness of it. And silliness with a lot of games is kind of what gets me to it. I like silly stuff. I can't help myself. It's just something that I will forever gravitate towards. If something looks kind of dumb, I'm going to enjoy it. Sorry, that's how my brain operates. So let's lead on into number 2, which, if you've played Strive, and I just talked about a lot of meme things, with facial expressions especially, this guy was coming into play. Faust with the bone-crushing excitement. It's hard to not... if you want to talk about facial expressions, it's hard not to love this move for that stuff. It's just so silly. Like, it's the ultimate pain move, too. He just hits you in the shin with a goddamn wheelchair. And the faces that the characters make from it are fucking great. I love it. It's so dumb. It's the full. Oh, sorry, I forgot. It's not the shin. It's right in the foot. So you're stubbing the toe real good. Ooh, you're stubbing that toe real good. And the faces are just, mwah, chef's fucking kiss on that. Chef's goddamn kiss. I love it. There, BC. We're just short forming it because the font size, and I don't feel like changing it midway. I mean, you can't see it right now because the Photoshop window's out there. You'll see when I go back to it. But, like, every single... There are ones that are obviously better. But, like, there are some that are just priceless. Like, if any of you are anime connoisseurs and you're aware of Team 4-Star and you've seen, like, the point where, I think it's Cell when he tries to stick his tail into Krillin and he makes that like really fucking like sexualized face. It gives me similar vibes to that. Where like, granted, no, their faces in Faust's thing, it's not sexual in any way, but it's the same kind of like meme level like silliness to it. Like they're obviously way more in the actual pain, but it's still in the same absurdity. I love it. And just I'm going to finish off with Ram because Ram is bae. I love Ram. But yeah, like it's fucking fantastic. And it's one of those moves that like I know it's not like iconic in the sense of, yeah, it's a move that like, everyone would use. It's like a tournament like winner kind of thing. No, but I don't care. I don't care. It's so dumb. I love it. I love everything about it. It's just so fucking stupid. It's just ramming a goddamn wheelchair into a person's like toe, stubbing it so hard and giving them the most excruciating minor amount of pain as possible. It might also still be the shin. We're still watching the video in the corner on one monitor. I think it just depends on the character and the way that the animation kind of does it. It seems to be a mixture. Sometimes it looks like it's the shin. Sometimes it looks like it's the foot. And every single time I see it, and like once in a blue moon, I end up watching the entire compilation of it because I just think it's so goofy. I love it. So we get to the end. And y'all are going to hate this. In which case, good. You should. Because my favorite move, in terms of iconic, it's dumb. People don't like it because it's cheap. But I love it because it fits the character perfectly. And it's so dumb to see in a fighting game when you're so used to... If you're used to Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, where a lot of it's more serious martial arts moves, I'm sorry, but May's Mr. Dolphin, every single time, is going to get me. And I'm sure there are some Guilty Gear fans right there that are experiencing flashbacks from tournament play where they lost to somebody who is just spamming this move. It's not me. Trust me, I'm not good enough to go into to tournament play. I would never play ranked. I'm not that brave, and I'm not that good. So don't worry about that. It wasn't me, I swear. So this move, it's silly, and that's all I can ask for. It's a girl who fights with a giant anchor and now summons a dolphin. Doesn't matter what part of the map it's on. It just comes out of this water that just suddenly existed and hits you. I don't know how I'm supposed to hate that. It's great. And it just goes on and on and on. And yeah, people do spam it. And I'm sure it's annoying if you're playing it in ranked. But I'm playing single player, and I'm okay spamming that on an AI. In fact, I relish doing that to an AI. I love it. But yeah, it's one of those moves. And honestly, like 1 to 3, I could flip interchangeably. Like maybe if you ask me in a month, I might change my mind on where everything stands. But as of right now, out of all the factors, because like the Potemkin Buster is a cool move, Kai's move is just really cool and iconic for him. It works really well with his character and what it is. Venom, it takes his normal fighting power up and puts something funny to it. Faust is just absurd to the point of absolute absurdity. May is a bit of everything. It is kind of cool to be riding a fucking dolphin into battle. It also fits her character so fucking perfectly as a sky pirate. They call her the Jellyfish Pirates. still, yeah, like, does it make any sense of how there's something a dolphin out of the sky? No, but it's just, shut up. It's fine. But again, it's also a very absurd move. It ticks every single box, and every single box for me anyway. So it's just one of those moves that it works perfectly with everything that I look for in an iconic move for me personally. There are other moves you could put in there, like Soul Bad Guy's Gun Viper is a Crimson. I think it's Gun Viper. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. EO's, the move is sort of sexualized. It's something to do with the tree, and I'm blanking right now. This is one of those things where it's like, if I'm not right there, it's not going well. There are moves out there with other characters that are really, really cool. I mean, Bridget riding the yo-yo to attack, like stuff like that, that's all got its own cool little things here and there. And it's a game that I wish I knew even more of. I know a little bit here and there because I've played XX, I've played XRD, I've played, what was the one before it? Isaka. I've played a little bit of Strive. I haven't played nearly as much Strive as I would like to. Again, it's just the thing of I don't play fighting games much, so it's a game that I'm usually just in for a few hours, and then I probably don't touch it for a long period of time again. So it's one of those things like that where it's just how I play games, right? So if I was playing things competitively, maybe I would look at it more, but I just don't because it's not what I'm looking for. So, but for me personally, with the way that I have with these moves looking at it, it's all for different reasons. Like Potemkin is just straight cool factor to me. Kai's is iconic and works with him really, really well. Venom is taking a moveset that I already really like and just adding some absurdity to it. Faust, pure absurdity. May, all of the above. It's everything that I look for specifically for an iconic move. It has something unique about it. It looks cool and it fits the character. And if there is absurdity, well, Guilty Gear handles that pretty well. Not every fighting game is going to have absurdity in their movesets, so it's not going to work every single time, but goddamn does it with May. So yeah, that's it. And it's almost 20 minutes. So, I mean, it's still not the longest thing that we've ever done, but, every time that I say out loud, this might be a shorter video. It might not be. I didn't even feel like it was that long. This feels like 10 minutes to me because I'm just talking briefly about each move. I think it's because now that it's just me, I can further elaborate a little bit on stuff and kind of ramble a little bit. Whereas obviously when me and Chris are doing the lists, I'm trying to not talk too much because we don't want the video to go 45 minutes, which would not be great. So either way, but yeah, that's my top 5 moves. Now, y'all who are watching this, I'm sure there's a lot of you that are way deeper into Guilty Gear than me. Comments are right there for you. Let me know what I've missed. Let me know how bad a decision I made to put Mr. Dolphin at number 1. I'm okay with all of that stuff. But leave that shit in the comments below, and you guys know the drill. You're on here on YouTube. You've been here before. Is this your first time on YouTube and you're on my channel? Come on now. Come on. So you know the drill. Like and subscribe. And obviously got the link tree there in the description, which leads to our Discord, link to our socials, all that fine stuff. We'll be back next week. I assume Chris is back next week, so we will be doing... Actually, I wonder what is the next thing that we would be doing. Let me see. Because we have an order for this. Let me just pull this up quickly. It should be Worlds and Locations. We are going to start a new category because we just thought of this. So... we're going to try a new top 5 that has to do with like the best locations in a specific game, and I haven't decided on which one it is yet, so look forward to that. But anyways, before I hit the 20-minute mark, I got to get out of here, so at least I can say it was under 20 minutes. So thank you so much for checking out this edition of the Sidequest. So take care, and bye-bye for now.